Hello guys, this is your DIY assistant. In today's very video edition, I'm going to be teaching you guys 6 common sludge cause in your engine and how to prevent it from happening if it's already happening. So without wasting your time, let's get to it. I have a case study of engine different cars which I've actually come across, but actually pick one to use this for the purpose of the demonstration of this very video. So one of the most common cause of sludge buildup is infrequent oil changes. The old oil breaks down, thickens, and turns into sludge. That's the most common culprit. So it is very pertinent that if you have engine oil in your car, you should try to monitor the time you put it into your engine and the time you should take it out. It's not meant to last forever. And if you don't take notice of that, you are at the road of replacing that engine, because when the sludge comes, it's gonna cause a catastrophic failure of your engine. That is number one. The number 2 cause of sludge is poor quality oil. This poor quality oil, most of the times cheap oil or wrong grade oil, lacks the detergent to prevent sludge. And this is a very serious problem, because most of the times people want to cut corners to save some bucks without knowing that they are actually creating harm somewhere. And this is where it hits your engine pretty hard, because you bought a cheap oil that have little to no additives inside some sort of a detergent that helps to cleanse the engine. So this poor or cheap quality quality oil, terrible quality oil, is not what they spin. So I will advise that you get for the right oil recommendation for your car. At least if you can get up to the recommended oil, which most often causes are going on synthetic, is not always the case. You can choose a mineral oil that has a significant good additives inside it, and you are away from big trouble over a long period of time. So most often synthetic oil resists sludge better than the conventional oil. Now let's get to the third cause, which is actually short trips and cold start. When engine doesn't reach a full operating temperature before you start driving it, that is a kicker that causes a lot of sludge. And this, whether I like it or not, this actually promotes sludge. So it is very important that you allow your engine to warm up fully when you start it up first in the morning, no matter how cold it is, before you hit the gas pedal and start driving down the road. Because each time you're doing it, you'll be feeling that you are caught in time. Well, you are not just only caught in time, you are creating a very bigger problem that is just awaiting you, and it's gonna take a whole lot of money for you to replace or rebuild that very engine. So just that little time you need, 2 to 3 minutes, is not too much to give your engine to fully warm up to operating temperature before you can start driving out your car. The 4th cause of engine sludge buildup is a PCV failure. The positive crank ventilation system removes blow-by gases. If clogged or failed, the pressure builds and contaminant turns oil into sludge. It is that very simple. So it is very pertinent, very imperative. It's very imperative that you actually check your PCV for contamination, for blockage, for failure, because I know a lot of you guys actually maybe have not even heard it or don't even know the location where your PCV is. So find some other useful information on the internet about your specific model, PCV, location, then find it, and also check the technical service bulletin regarding when you should replace your PCV valve. All these parts and components have a timestamp on it. So when those timestamps time fails or goes by and you don't replace them, they start wreaking havoc on your engine. The fifth cause of engine oil sludge is coolant leak into your oil, a blown head gasket or cracked block, antifreeze into oil and form stick sludge. Other signs, other warning signs are milky oil, overheating, and white smoke. So if you start seeing some sort of white steam coming out of your engine most often times, you should try it also to check the amount of coolant that is available in your coolant circuitry, because those coolant circuitry, the amount of coolant that is present in your coolant circuitry is enough to let you know if it is lower many times, then that shows that it's either burning it or it's leaking somewhere. But if you can find any spot where it's leaking, then it's burning, and if it is burning, then that's a sign that you could be having a blown head gasket that is not completely blown and leaking water, coolant into the oil segment of your engine. So you gotta find it and gotta find it faster. Then sixth, engine overheating. Heat oxidize oil faster, making it thicker and stickier to the engine components such as the crankshaft, camshaft, or the engine moving parts. So it is very essential that you do everything in your own way that possible ever to avoid some sort of engine overheating. We know it is not completely possible to get it replaced, that is to avoid it from happening, but you can actually prevent it, right? And unforeseen circumstances can actually come up sometimes, but at least you should do your best. Now, if I didn't, this is already the sixth cause. The last one which I want to use to cap it up all is excessive idle. This one is a bonus. If you are constantly leaving your car to idle for quite too much long time, then you are in for a very big surprise, which is going to come as engine failure. So it is very important that you don't actually over idle your car, maybe waiting for someone or anybody. It's better you shut the car down. I know a lot of you guys who want to use AC while leaving the car idle, maybe trying to impress someone or trying to catch a suspect. Well, you should know that you are just hitting the brick wall and you're going to be shoving a lot of cash into rebuilding the engine or buying another engine. Now, here are effective solutions which you can actually use to resolve some of this problem. Now, choose a high quality synthetic oil or oil that have a very strong detergent inside it. There are a lot out there. I don't want to start going into name calling. So some others stick to the viscosity correct for your engine, right? Depend on the ambient temperature of your environment. Then number 2, follow strictly oil changes interval. Even with synthetic, change every 5,000 to 7,500 kilometers. That's or 3,000 miles, 5,000 miles in every severe condition. Use OEM high efficiency oil filters to avoid clogs. 3, clean or replace a PCV valve. Cheap parts, cleaning it or replacing it can prevent massive oil sludge issues. Number 4, flush sludge safely. You can use different method. I have used you have liquid moly, you have sea foam. There are whole lot of them. And if you don't want to go through that part, where you can use actually diesel. Diesel, it works though, but you have to be very careful, right? And also when you're changing your engine oil, try to use engine flush. Don't overuse or leave it too much to run if suppose you're using any of the above listed, to avoid serious problem that's gonna block the oil passage. Number 5, fix any coolant leak immediately. Watch for signs of head gasket failure. Don't ignore overheating or coolant loss. 6, drive long enough to burn off the condensation. Right? Well, that's for a lot of you who make short trips. You should drive long enough, at least let's say like 3 hours or 4, to burn off the condensation that is forming when you are driving just within the street. Occasionally take the car for a longer trip and ensure the engine fully warm up. Remove the oil cap. Then the bonus tip, remove the oil cap or valve cover. If you see thicker dark deposit, you may already have sludge. Compression test, oil pressure test can also reveal internal damage. So I hope you find this very useful. If there is particular tips that helps you much more better, you can share with us in the comment section to help others who are experiencing this problem. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye for now.